I have to warn you off the bat. You may not believe the investment opportunity I'm about to share with you is real. In fact, I expect you to have doubts because 3 months ago, I wouldn't have believed it either. But that was before I made enough money in 100 days to pay off all my debt. In just a few minutes, I'm going to disclose the secret to those debt-crushing profits. But before I do, I want to share exactly how I got started on the most profitable venture of my career. That way, you can see how easily you can do it too. If you had told me 3 months ago that I could pay off all my debt by the end of the year, I would have laughed. But that was before one of my colleagues introduced me to something that I now call the digital gold rush. Digital gold, as crazy as it might seem, is a unique investment opportunity that utilizes a groundbreaking technology to make investors incredible profits. At the time, my coworker told me he was making more playing the digital gold rush than his daily salary. His salary alone is something many people would kill for, so it piqued my interest. At first I was uncertain, so I invested a small amount. Incredibly enough, in a month, I had doubled my investment. After 2 months, I was up 740%. It was the most money I'd ever made doing nothing in my entire life. Even as I talk to you, my investment is growing. I now expect it to be the foundation of my retirement. Now you may be shaking your head in disbelief. Those kind of returns are baffling to the traditional stock investor. Perhaps you think I just got lucky, or maybe you don't even believe me at all. But the truth is, thousands of investors are capitalizing on the digital gold rush. And today, I'm going to show you a simple, reliable way to do it. All I have to do is walk around my office, and I can point out multiple people who have made 700% returns or more. And it isn't just people working in finance like the investment gurus and Wall Street insiders around my office either. One Silicon Valley engineer made $25 million playing the digital gold rush. He told Forbes magazine, "It's absolutely insane. I quit my job and left on a round-the-world trip the following week." A 15-year-old invested $1,000 his grandmother gave him for Easter. Within a year, he sold the sum for $100,000. One man invested $27. By 2013, that sum was worth over $866,000. And the process of investing was so easy, he forgot he invested the $27. These true stories are proof that the digital gold rush is more than just an investment. It's a chance for regular people like you and me to rewrite their financial futures. That is why the Silicon Valley elite are rushing to get their hands on digital gold. Tech mogul and Donald Trump's tech advisor, Peter Thiel, calls the technology behind the digital gold rush a phenomenon. Computer billionaire Bill Gates calls it a technical tour de force and an exciting new technology. These two men have made their fortunes on predicting the success of emerging technologies. It's safe to say that they know a good bet when they see one. Still, it isn't just the venture capitalists and technology gurus getting in on the digital gold rush. Multi-million-dollar corporations are getting in on the profits too. Internet giant Google has been backing one of the technologies behind the digital gold rush for at least 2 years. And JP Morgan, Intel, and Microsoft have formed an alliance to develop this technology and ensure its success. But these big names aren't the only ones. Other companies are rushing to get a piece of the action too, including BP, Thomson Reuters, Toyota Research Bank Institute, the National Bank of Canada, UBS, Deloitte, and ING. No doubt you recognize a few of these names, and there are dozens more. These companies are praising the digital gold rush as one of the most lucrative investments of our time, and they are using it to make incredible profits. But this presentation isn't about multi-billion-dollar tech conglomerates and institutional banks. It's about people like you. In just a few moments, I'm going to show you how to get started as soon as today and earn potentially life-changing returns off the digital gold rush. All it takes is a few clicks. That's it. But first, let's talk about the big question. What exactly is digital gold? In the simplest of terms, digital gold is an entirely new kind of monetary asset, one that is already storing over $100 billion in international investments. You're no doubt familiar with the ancient commodity gold. Gold has acted as a store of value in the capitalist world for centuries. Just like physical gold, digital gold is a store of value. It's a means of holding and transferring wealth. And now, just like gold was once the dominant means of exchange, digital gold is on its way to becoming the same. Why? Well, because digital gold possesses some incredibly useful properties that make it beyond valuable as a form of money. For one, like physical gold, digital gold is finite. There is only so much available, which means its value is secured by the basic laws of supply and demand. And, like physical gold, digital gold is difficult to counterfeit. In fact, most experts believe it is impossible. This means no one can replicate and decrease its value. Most importantly, though, digital gold reduces friction between buyers and sellers. The same way physical gold coins made it easy for buyers and sellers to trade goods, digital gold is making transactions simpler than ever before. But digital gold goes beyond the limits of any physical store of value. From zero-cost transaction fees to unparalleled security, these are just a few of the reasons Forbes is calling digital gold the future of money and singing such high praises as, yet digital gold is something else altogether because it represents a decentralized form of money that is more secure, more fungible, and more functional than anything we've seen before. More than a mere store of value or a medium of exchange, digital gold has the potential to be more transformative than anything we've seen before. Even as we speak, digital gold is busy powering thousands of international transactions every day. Dozens of multi-million-dollar retailers allow consumers to make purchases with digital gold. You can now use digital gold to buy a Lamborghini, order a kitchen set from Overstock, or even book a flight on Expedia. It's because of this limitless potential that Fox News calls the technology behind digital gold a revolution.
Now, the overall biggest winner of the day, even the biggest winner of the year, Bitcoin rallied more than 10% today. It's up 438% for 2017. The cryptocurrency, though, was dissed by Jamie Dimon. It was shut out by China, and still it has been unstoppable. Yet everybody agrees it's the blockchain technology behind these cryptocurrency that's really revolutionary, with the potential to eliminate online fraud like we're seeing in Equifax, and maybe even eliminate fiat currencies, too. Here to discuss, Chris Migliano, founder and CEO of SRAC. Chris, a few things here. Bitcoin, it keeps going up. China hit it, Jamie Dimon hit it. It goes down for a few days, maybe a week, and then it comes back. Why is there's so much resilience here?
Well, what everybody doesn't understand is that the technology that we see here is the most life-changing technology that we've seen since the internet started. What's happening now on blockchain is revolutionizing every single business. The reason that people like Jamie are talking negatively about Bitcoin is because they are seeing that a complete transformation of their business. They're seeing that the decentralization of control of the monetary system is changing the dynamics of their business. There's both business and consumer lending that is changing, and it's making a world of difference.
You know, ironically, though, Jamie Dimon today on the conference call was complimentary of blockchain. Blockchain, that's the real deal, right? That's going to revolutionize everything.
And it is now. It's the decentralization of all of these industries. I just spent the last few days at a conference in Los Angeles where I saw amazing ideas from amazing entrepreneurs that are looking to make a difference in the world and take the power of a single entity owning something and putting it back in the hands of the consumers, back in the hands of the people that own things.
Right. I know your company does something very similar to that with the cryptocurrency component. Yes. Where do you think it all goes? Can Bitcoin go higher? I mean, is the sky really the limit here?
We're at the dial-up speed of internet right now. So if you think back to when AOL was starting and you were excited to get online with your dial-up speed, that's where we are within blockchain technology. It's just at its infancy. On a scale of 1 to 100, we're at 2 right now. The reason you're seeing things grow so much on top of it is because there's so many more applications that are being built on top of this technology that require Bitcoin to be involved, so there's more demand.
Yet, despite mainstream media coverage, very few investors have an inkling of what digital gold actually is. This leaves them twiddling their thumbs while one of the greatest investment opportunities of their lives passes them by. But I don't want you to be one of those investors. That's why I'm going to tell you everything you need to know right now. When I say digital gold, I am actually talking about a wide class of digital assets known as digital currencies. Perhaps you have heard of the term before. Or maybe you have heard the term cryptocurrency or digital token. They are all pretty much the same thing. As things stand, there are over 800 digital currencies in the world, and many of them have already netted investors 5-digit gains. In fact, so far, in 2017, digital currencies have outperformed the market. More than likely, you've heard of the most famous digital currency, Bitcoin. Since its birth, Bitcoin is up by over 74,999,900%. If you had put a mere $100 into Bitcoin in 2010, you would now be worth a staggering $75 million. These gains may seem hyperbolic, but they are real. Thousands of investors have built retirements, homes, and lives on them. I am not going to ask you to trust me blindly. The profits I am talking about exceed most people's wildest dreams. Because of this, they tend to dismiss gains like Bitcoin as too good to be true. Either that, or they think they're too late. But now, with the digital gold rush, you have a second chance. That is why I want to prove to you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that digital gold is more than just a good investment. It is a chance to change your life. Just take a look at a few of the digital currencies that have fostered over 4-digit gains. It's funny to think that many investors laughed at Bitcoin in its formative years. Those investors are kicking themselves today, and history will likely remember them as fools. I mentioned earlier that a small $100 investment in Bitcoin in 2010 would have made you a millionaire 75 times over in just 10 years. But most analysts agree, Bitcoin isn't even done yet. Top venture capitalist Tim Draper predicts we will see a $10,000 Bitcoin by 2018. That means if you invest now, you could potentially double your profits. And Draper's prediction is on the low side. Other analysts have placed Bitcoin's long-term value much higher. Saxo Bank analyst Kay Van Peterson estimated that Bitcoin would be worth as much as $100,000 in 10 years. PayPal board member Wences Caceres says investors could see a $1 million Bitcoin in just 5 years. And even if Bitcoin only makes a fraction of those gains, it's poised to be the most lucrative investment in human history.